Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at iTzRease, yo.
Yeah, used to treat my mattress like the ATM. Yeah, bond number 9, that my favorite scent. Yeah, can't forget the kush, I'm talking OG. Yeah, rest in peace to my nigga.
NBA Live is set to release. We have no idea, but the demo is to come out sometime in August. They still didn't give us an official day in August, but next month it will be here.
Is it hard? We sit in the kitchen.
The one is an all-around experience from the streets to the league. However you play is up to you.
So I'ma keep me around.
The league is an NBA experience where you get to become drafted, play for any of the 30 teams in the NBA, and contend for a championship.
Back in your place, I look you.
The streets consist of 3 different things. First, there's a 5v5 where you could play against other humans around the world. There's another experience where you can just play with your friends versus computer. And there's one final aspect called the Drew League. We still don't have complete information on the Drew League, how that's going to work, but that's a part of the streets. Here are some of the playable courts in NBA Live 18. We don't know what that is in Chicago, but in Toronto we have the Hoop Dome. Here's what the Hoop Dome looked like in NBA Live 16 from 2 years ago. It's a beautiful gym, just like its real life counterpart. I love the detail Live put in with all the arenas. I'm expecting more detail come Live 18, because this is from 2 years ago. I expect them to make it look better. Here's the screenshot of the Hoop Dome. Now let's move on to the other courts that's in the game. As you can see, in New York we obviously have Rucker Park, but in Philadelphia we cannot tell what arena that is. In San Francisco we have Kezar Pavilion. Here's what that looked like from 2 years ago. Kezar Pavilion, it looked beautiful. I love the different lighting they have here in the arena. It looks a little darker than what we got from the screenshot. I will show the screenshot after this. There were players set to each arena. Will they still be doing that? We have no idea. Here's the actual screenshot of Kezar. They brightened it up before they actually made the gameplay of it. Obviously in LA they have Venice Beach. What we need to know is what courts will be there, because these are the only ones we can see so far. Will they have more than this? We have no idea.
No hot box.
When it comes to the Drew League, we don't have much information. They didn't tell us anything about it. At the gameplay reveal they showed like NBA players going against each other. Nobody had a created player, and they're showing us like a created player mixed in with them. I don't know what to expect from the Drew League. Will it be multiplayer? Is it single player like the league? Will you have your friends going up against computer? We don't know what the Drew League has to offer. All we know is that it's there.
Try to put me over, pink slips to the top.
You could be a point shooter, score from downtown like Steph Curry, and push the offense with passion and shooting skills. Your badge is give and take. Getting an assist gives you a stackable boost to your 3-point shooting ability. Primary skills consist of 3-point shooting, passing, mid-range shot, dribbling. Your secondary skills consist of stealing, inside shot, uncontested shot. Your traits are quick pass, sure handles, free throw. Let's move on to the slashing guard. Rack up the scoreboard with strengths like layups, inside shot, and rebounds. Break it down is your badge. Driving into the lane and passing to an open teammate will grant a large shooting bonus in catch and shoot situations. Primary skill is layup, inside shot, dribbling, a mid-range shot. Let's move on to secondary skills. Passing, on-ball defense, shot off dribble are traits. Draw foul, sure handles, and contested shot. Now we're moving on to the backcourt defender. Stealing, passing, and overall defense keep your opponents in check. 3 and D, a successful defensive contest, steal, or block gives a stackable boost to your 3-point shooting. Your primary skills are on-ball defense, dribbling, steal, passing. Secondary skills, layup, inside shot, 3-point shot. Now your traits: corner 3-pointer, rebounding, and no foul. We're moving on to the playmaker. Baller shot caller, lead your team to wins with pocket passes and layups. Pocket passer. Passing to a teammate in a catch and shoot or catch and finish situation will give that player a finishing or shooting bonus. Primary skills: dribbling, layup, passing, and steal. Secondary: on-ball defense, inside shot, mid-range shot. Your traits: sure handle, quick pass, contested shot. We're moving on to the wing shooter. Master getting open and rain buckets like Kyle Korver, even though they're showing Clay. Get open. The longer you remain open prior to a catch and shoot situation, the deadlier your shooting accuracy will be. Primary skills: three-point shot, contested shot, mid-range shot, inside shot. Secondary: passing, rebounding, on-ball defense. Traits: quick pass, late to the party, free throw. Moving on to the wing scorer. Score big with a variety of shots and let your opponent wonder what you'll do next. Inside out: the more you score in the paint, the better your outside shooting accuracy becomes. Primary skills: layup, mid-range, dribbling, inside shot. Your secondary skills: contested shot, post moves, shot off dribble. Your traits are dunk, draw foul, on ball defense. Now let's move on to the wing defender. Blocks, steals, and on ball defense is the name of your game. Two-way impact: a successful defensive contest, steal, or block gives you a stackable boost to your dribbling and finishing ability. Primary: on-ball defense, shot block, steal, and dunk. Secondary: three-point shot, rebounding, post defense. Your traits: dribbling, dunk, no foul. We're moving on to the hybrid wing. Break ankles with this mismatch, then rebound like an all-star. Receive a boost to back down when guarded by a smaller defender, or a boost to dribbling when guarded by a larger one. Mismatch is your badge. Primary skills: layup, rebounding, mid-range, inside shot. Secondary: dribbling, post move, on-ball defense. Your traits are passing, dunk, corner three. We're moving on to the rim protecting big. Defend the house with blocks, rebound, and intimidation. Your badge is Intimidator. Your presence anywhere near the paint will force opponents to shoot less accurately around the basket. Primary skills: shot blocking, post defense, rebounding, and dunk. Your secondary skill is steal, on-ball defense, and passing. Traits: post steal, no foul, and brick wall. We're moving on to the stretch 4. Come correct with mid-range and three-pointers, too easy. Board and fire. Grab a rebound gives you a temporary boost to your three-point shooting. Primary skill: three-point shot, contested shot, mid-range shot, rebounding. Secondary skills are passing, inside shot, layup, and your traits are going to be free throw, pick and pop, way back. Now we're moving on to the post anchor. Own the paint like Marc Gasol with post defense, rebounds, and layups. Own the paint: getting a rebound or a block shot gives you a boost to rebounding, blocking, and inside shooting. Primary is layup, rebounding, post defense, post moves. Secondary: shot blocking, inside shot, passing. Your traits are going to be mid-range shot, post vision, pick and roll. We're moving on to the post scorer. Score in the key with slams, inside shots, and mid-range shots. DeMarcus Cousins is the perfect player for this. Hot in the post. Scoring in the post increases the effectiveness of your post move as well as your post scoring accuracy in the post. That's a lot of posting there. Primary skills are post moves, inside shot, layup, mid-range shot. Secondary: contested shot, post defense, rebounding, and your traits are going to be no touching, draw foul, dribbling. That's all of the play styles in NBA Live. That was a lot to run through. I'm sorry.
No hot box. 12.
We went over all these traits when I was going through play styles. I was calling them badges because it was easier to keep in mind. Now we're focusing on them. They're called traits. You see how I'm breaking this down play by play? I'm not trying to confuse you. These are the traits for the point scorer: early release, late to the party, pick and pop, quick recovery, relentless defender, rhythm shooter, spicy dish, sure handles, and way back. Now he starts playing around with the offensive, defensive, and miscellaneous versions of it. If you want to read what each of these traits do, pause the video. I ain't gonna stop and read all of them for y'all. You can basically self-explanatory with most of the titles. Now we're gonna move on to the rim protector and see how his traits are different than the point scorer. Now let's look at it. His are a lot less than the point scorer. Brick wall, pick and roll, quick recovery, statement dunker, wind sprints. That's it. That's all you get with him. Now we get to see the different quality of each of these traits because we getting going into detail here. You see they're all on level gold. You're not going to start off on a gold trait. You're actually going to start off on a basic bronze trait. Now let's look at the brick wall on rank level 1. Traits get better rank by rank. We're not new to this. We're used to it with the other basketball game. You know exactly what I mean when I say this. We understand in a different ranking system. We're used to it. It makes perfect sense. Right here we get an EA crate. We don't know if we're going to get these after every game, but this is what I'm talking about with the quality of everything. These Kobe Elites are legendary. We don't know what each different tier is called, but the best you can get is a legendary, and they come with most, I'm not going to say all Jordans, but you can see the yellow under these shoes. That means they're in the legendary category. I don't know how many they have in each category, but one thing we do know is Live will be adding new items to their game. They could be adding legendaries, they could be adding less, but the fact that they have the different tier of clothing items makes it a dope unlock feature to keep playing their game. Once you level up, you get a new skill. With that skill, you can unlock an attribute. Once you unlock the attribute, then you upgrade the attributes. It's very simple. Look at this. His skill tree, he only got 1 out of 2 on his secondary skill. He needs to add something. He can either add a contested or a shot off dribble. He adds shot off dribble and it's already at a 95 because this my player is maxed out.
For Kevin Durant.
On defense on Live, there's a mini game where if you guess correctly where the offensive player go, you can stop them. But if you mistime it just like this, you'll get blown by. It's called 1-to-1. So this gives you the most authentic feel of trying to guard somebody around the perimeter. If they blow by you, then it's time for the defenders to come and help. I love the way they do the defense, and the offense must counteract that as best as possible. All we got to see on the offensive end is a bunch of highlights, so we don't know how consistent and how good the defense feels with Live. We only gonna be able to tell when the beta drops. They haven't talked about Ultimate Team. They haven't talked about Dynasty Mode. We don't know what else is expected from Live. I gave you as much information as we had up to this current point. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless.